it's another week. It is Monday and lots to do this week. I will be in preparation for the craft show that I'm going to be going to, which is about 110 miles away. It's where my sister-in-law lives. We're going to get to see her, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Suzanne is going with me. She's going to come home Friday, and we're going to get up early on Saturday morning. Probably leave at 6 so that I can get there around 8 and begin setting up the booth. And then the craft show goes from 10 to 4, which is not very long, but really one of the main reasons we're doing it is just for an adventure, and it also, you know, kind of gives us a chance to see my sister-in-law. So that's why we're going to do that. All right, I'm going to show you something. I did a thing over the weekend. You saw that we went to 6 estate sales. It was lots of fun. And one of the estate sales, the one I believe that was at the end, I saw something and I think I wrote it on the screen that I would talk about it later. Well, I'm going to talk about it today. I have been looking for a long mirror. You know, mirrors are like vanity plus, but we have to see what we look like. We have to put our makeup on. We have to see if everything's on correctly. And I don't really like to look at the full-length mirror in my closet because it's inconvenient. And I don't know, it doesn't give me a good full picture in the light. So anyway, I've been looking for a full-length mirror. And at that estate sale, there was one that I thought would work. It was $150 if you bought it, you know, straight out on a Thursday and Friday. Saturday, it was half price, which would have been $75. Still too much for me, I thought. And so I knew that we were going to be going back to the city the next day on Sunday to eat out and say goodbye to Suzanne so that she could go back to her town and get ready for a week. So I asked my husband, would you let me go to this place, get this mirror? And he just sort of goes, I'll meet you at the restaurant. In other words, you're going to do what you're going to do, and I'll see you when you get finished, which is usually what he lets me do anyway, you know. But I felt like I could pay the half of the $75, which was what, $37.50. So anyway, I'm going to show you what it is and where I put it. And also today I'm kind of wearing a shirt. It's a sweatshirt in honor of my great nieces who live in Dallas and are members of the Dallas Ballet Company. And she performed in the Nutcracker, and my sister was there to watch and everything. So I'll get to hear about that. We got to go last year. It was great fun, but this year finances did not allow and time, and so maybe next year, maybe another time. So anyway, here's what I got at this time. Here's the full-length mirror, which will also be kind of neat for me to talk to you through and with and let you see my outfits of the day, which I love it when people share what they're wearing. It gives you ideas. It lets you see things that go together, things that you could do that you have from your own closet. And it's just fun to me to share outfits of the day. I love clothing. It's not my number one priority, you know, but I'm here, I'm living on the earth, and I enjoy fashion and design and art and, you know, all of that. And I'm glad that the Lord lets me enjoy it, knowing that He is the priority. God is in control, and He is my Lord and Savior. Jesus is my Lord and Savior, and that is the most important. So things of today are frivolous and gone, but I will enjoy them while we're here. So this is the mirror, and I just really thought it was okay. It was in pretty good shape. It's not super sturdy, but it's sturdy enough. It tightens. I had seen one of these before in an estate sale, but this part was missing, which I don't know if you could have replaced it well or not. But, you know, those tighten the mirror so that it won't come forward or move. which is nice. And that's also going to be really easy to clean under when I vacuum and mop and Swiffer and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be easy to handle. It was pretty much the right color. It's a little bit darker than the wood that I have in my bedroom. I do not care. None of the wood in my house matches, so it really doesn't matter. But in the light that I have today, it looks like it's a really good match. So I knew that I could not afford the $600 anthropology mirror that every Instagram person owns, I think, and YouTubers as well. So I'm loving the $37.50 choice. I had thought about purchasing one from Walmart and just kind of leaning it up against the wall, but it was kind of making me, I really didn't want to do that just because of fear of it slipping and falling or marking up my wall that I painted a couple of years ago. Let's see, I painted in, oh my word, has it already been 4 years? It will be in January. That was in 2020. Oh, wow. So, you know, I want the walls to stay as nice as possible. And so, yeah, I think this one being on a stand is really convenient. It wasn't heavy. It's something that I can move, you know, so that was really cool. Suzanne helped me get it in the car, but when I got home, my husband's been sick for a week, so I did not ask him to help me. I just did it myself, and it was very easy to bring in here. I cleaned it up. You know, I wipe everything down, got it all cleaned up, and it is now in my home. So from
really
estate sale
that
things,
it's so cool to give other people's things that they loved a new home. We have just really gotten into estate sales. I think I did because my mother passed in 2018. It was a very sad time. It was difficult to see her things go, but there were things that I didn't have room for, I didn't need, and it was just lovely seeing her treasures go to other people who needed them. So I hope that that's how other people feel, and I'm really proud of my mirror and my table that is in the dining room. I'm really tickled. I don't usually buy furniture, and I usually keep my budget really low, but I had talked to my husband about it, and he knew what I was looking for. He knew what I wanted, and, you know, he says, go for it. I pay for it for myself. I don't, you know, I have my own money and I do with it as I please, but we talk about it still, even though we have our own money that we choose to do things with. I like that. And it's not weird to me I like to have my own budget, and he has his budget, and then we combine it for things that we work on together. So anyway, here's what I'm working on today and going to do for part of this. So here is what I am up to today. It's December the 9th, and man, I want to hold on to every minute of Christmas, you know. I just don't want it to speed up at all, but it will be here before we know it, and I must get started wrapping packages. So I have brought in boxes, wrapping papers in this tub. I have lots of wrapping paper over here, and I won't show it too closely because some of these things are gifts, but yeah, I've got to get busy. I've got to get to wrapping packages. So my first job is going to be getting everything out, seeing who it goes to and whatnot, putting it in boxes, writing their names on it, and then wrapping. And if I can kind of organize it and get it all done that way, put everything in boxes first, make sure it all has something that will fit, it's a little easier than, you know, doing it one at a time. And it makes my process of, you know, doing the wrapping go a little bit faster. So that's what I need to do today and probably tomorrow. I'll probably have to go into it. I am so hungry. So I haven't had breakfast, and it's almost 10 o'clock. So I'm going to run in here and get my breakfast ready, eat it, maybe watch one YouTube, and then I've got to get started. And while I wrap, I'm going to watch some Christmas movies that I love. It's a tradition. I have to see Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It is a must. I have to see Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And because those are kind of animated cartoon type situations, The rest of my family are not that much into it. So I will save our other list of Christmas movies for when Suzanne comes home. We have some traditional things we must watch, one of them being White Christmas. We have to see White Christmas every year. We just love that musical version movie. So let me go get my breakfast ready and get started, and we will move on with. I was also going to say I had to move a chair that was in my bedroom, and for right now I'm going to put it in here in Suzanne's room. It may go somewhere else. I don't know yet, because there's a chair here, but it's always filled with stuff. And this was the chair that was in my bedroom. And because it has a white coverlet, a chair cover over it, I thought it would be just fine in her room, which has the white comforter. And sometimes she uses it to put stuff on anyway, so maybe that will be okay. If I choose not to use it anymore, I'll either sell it in a garage sale, move it to another room. I don't know. I'll do something with it. We'll figure it out. I know that I cannot move it into the guest room unless I replace chairs. So I could replace this chair. However, I like the green on it because there's so much green in the comforter here. So I don't know, that one will probably stay. And I don't really have room in any other parts of my house to put a chair, because the chair that I did have in Suzanne's room is now in here in her bathroom, where she can pull it over and put her makeup on. So that one was grandmother's chair, and we just bought a seat cover for it, also at a garage sale. I mean, an estate sale. So can't do that. There is no room in the living room. I don't really want wall-to-wall furniture, but that's sort of what I have. And I could put it in here as a chair for playing this piano, or I could put it as a chair for this sewing cabinet. So we'll just have to think about it. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. But like I said, we'll figure it out and put it where it needs to go. So you're probably saying, what are you doing with your jewelry? Well, I'll show you. So here's what I've been doing with my jewelry. This is what I worked on last week. I thought it might be nice to take these to the craft show and have some little snowmen earrings. Now these I simply bought in Hobby Lobby, and all I had to do was attach an ear wire, which my ear wires are sterling silver. And you know, I don't know, they're okay. I will not charge much for them because they were already pre-made. So there's green crystals here, a little rondelle, some red on this one, and clear or, you know, diamond looking on this one. Now these I did put together, I did make. And they are little pearls with a red rondelle and a square black crystal, and a crystal here for the bottom of the hat. So I did put those together, so they'll cost a little bit more. And then I made some bracelets. This one is in gold, and I added pearls with it and some vintage beads that I had gotten at an estate sale, so I had torn it apart. A tiny little stocking on this one, and then a bell, an angel, a Christmas ornament, a Santa face, and a wreath for that one. And I don't think I've shown these before. If I have, forgive me, I'm doing a repeat, but I don't think I've shown them. Anyway, let me turn this around because I think it goes this way. No, it goes this way. Okay, and on this one, I did silver beads, silver tone beads with a bell, a pair of bells actually. This is an ornament, I believe, a Christmas tree, a Santa, a wreath, a snowflake, and some mittens. And there are some crystal red rondelles in between each bead on that. And then this one I thought This could just be for, you know, winter. It doesn't have to be necessarily Christmas, but I love the blue for January. So Mitten Snowflake, actually that says Joy, so I guess that would be Christmas. Snowman, little Christmas tree, and a little stocking on that one, and then I added a little hang off right here that includes the crystals that were blue. And then on this one, you know, some people like silver, some like gold. So I incorporated gold in this one. And these were glass beads that had something that was supposed to make them look like pearls, but when I soaked them, that came off. So I just kind of left the pieces on there because I liked the way it looked, but you can see the glass shining through. So red and green traditional and a candle on that one. And then, you know, the charm thing seems to have come back, very popular. So this one has candy cane, Christmas tree wreath, bells, and a stocking with the red and green glass crystals. And then this one, and really what I was doing is I was using up some beads that I've had for several years that were Christmas, and I'd never done anything with them. So yay, finally I did something with them. This one has a pine cone, bells, wreath, tree, snowflake, more bells, and a pine cone. I repeated those two right here because I had more pieces of those. And then these three were separate. And then I thought, let's go ahead and do a couple of necklaces. So this one is, just a second, it's got tangled with the other one. This one is a extendable necklace. You can move the leather pieces, make it longer, make it shorter, and it just has some vintage pieces here that are double. They have double holes in them. And then there's a snowman, a stocking, a snowflake, a pine cone, and let's see what's over here. A tree, I can't even remember. A tree, bells, a wreath, pine cone on that one. So that is that necklace. And then this one could actually, if you're matchy-matchy, it could match this bracelet if you wanted to, you know, because it has the same Santa on it. I am making a mess, I'm sorry. So anyway, it can match that, and it is a, oh, it's probably 18 inches, 20 inches necklace. So it's gonna show, you know, a little bit better. I usually make my necklaces real long, but this one I decided to do short. And it has the red crystal rondelles in between as well as it did here. So anyway, that is the Christmas jewelry that I'm going to be taking to the craft fair, along with all my other jewelry that has not sold yet. If you're interested in my jewelry, I'll have a card showing that shows you how to go to Facebook, find my like page. All the prices are listed in the photo section, in the comments, and you know, message me and let me know if you see anything that you like. So I will be coming back to my jewelry some part this week after I get through wrapping packages. Is on my mind and on my list to do. Let me go get my breakfast like I said I was going to, and then we'll get started. Here is the current stage of the floor when I get everything out. I got a birthday gift wrapped for my great niece. Here's all the paper and all the boxes and all the gifts. So I have my husband's wrapped. I've got one more thing I need to get him because his gifts are a little bit more, well, what I got him is a little pricier, so he's not going to get as many number of gifts, which does not matter at all to any of us. Here are my sister's gifts. I've got all of hers wrapped. And I found that cute little Santa at the estate sale. And I'm just gonna put what I made for her in that. So those are her gifts. So I'm ready to start on the next round of gifts. Finished wrapping the main presents. These that I left for the end are all Suzanne's, and I just thought I'd show you kind of what I did with them. I love my wrapping paper. It came from Mardell's. They have the most beautiful paper, and of course it's Christian oriented, which is also wonderful, you know, to keep Christ in the season, and I just love their paper. It's very, very good quality. It's going to be fun to see her open all of these. Some of them are just little, you know, stocking stuffer type gifts like this one. And, you know, she gets a lot of gifts. She's an only child. What are you going to do? And, but like I said, a lot of them are just stocking stuffer kind of things and fun things that are going to be, you know, interesting for her to open and enjoy. And I can always hardly wait. It's you know, I don't want it to get here too fast, but I do enjoy giving gifts. I would rather give anytime than get. I don't need anything. It's not that I'm picky or anything. I'm not picky. I just would rather give than get. I know that sounds like, well, whatever, but it is really true. I just love to give people things and see their reaction. And it's fun shopping for them all too. So I'm gonna go put these over by the tree. I had one more gift to do for my niece. It is done and ready to go. So everything over there in that section, right in there, is for my relatives. And the other section over here, that was my husband's. I showed that before already, and Suzanne's are gonna go over there so I can kind of keep them separated and know who I'm giving what. So I'm finished, and I still have some more to go, and I will explain that a little bit later, but I'll tell you what that is all about soon. So anyway, it's just fun. It's fun to wrap. Do you enjoy wrapping? Do you love giving gifts? And I just love sitting in the middle of the living room floor, putting on Christmas movies or Christmas music or watching some YouTube people and just have a blast just wrapping. And I've done this now for 2 days. This is my second day. I do it just in the morning, like from 9 to noon. It takes me that long because I love it so much. I'm pretty slow, and I like for it to be really cute and lots of ribbons and things. But it is great fun, and I've enjoyed it for Christmas 2024. I wanted to talk briefly about the pajamas I'm wearing today. These are from LuLaRoe, which I've kind of gotten out of LuLaRoe a couple of years ago. We're kind of done with it. But I tell you what, these are the most comfortable pajamas in the world. And I believe I ordered them, it was either 2 or 3 years ago. They were advertised by a lady that I used to buy from, and they were just adorable. And so here I am sporting them today. They don't have any pockets, which I miss pockets, but it's a soft fabric. They wash well, they fit well. They're just cute little prints, and my lighting is just horrible. Let's see. Maybe that's a little better. Lighting's awful today. I don't know. It's not even cloudy outside. But anyway, here's my new mirror. It's working pretty good. I would like to get a little bit closer, of course, but that's all right. So this just has, you know, ornaments all over it. They're long. The only thing is they're long sleeve, and I sleep very hot, so I have to roll my sleeves up and kind of pull up the bottom of the pants. But they're so soft, and they're really pretty cool and comfortable. But I don't know if they still make Lora pajamas, but if they do, check them out. They are really cute for Christmas. Sorry, my exposure was set completely wrong, so I got that fixed. Anyway, this is another set of the Lora pajamas. It's under there. It's called Dream. Again, I don't know. I'm going to go on and see if they still have pajamas. I don't know. Or if they're even still in business. Like I said, this was 2 or 3 years ago. But I just love these two sets. And these have plaid bottoms. They have a drawstring waist. They have a cute little detail at the waist. I'm not crazy about the white because of the see-through factor, but it's still just the softest knit, and just, it's like a dream. I prefer, and of course these are my favorite of all time. I prefer cotton pajamas. I mean, I like 100% cotton. I don't care if they wrinkle or not, or linen, because that sleeps so nicely. But these are a blend. I think they're a 50-50 blend, and it's okay. I can kind of tolerate some of that polyester. But 100% polyester pajamas, no, I cannot. It just makes me, I have a sweat fest. It's just horrible. But anyway, I just thought I would show those because I really enjoy them so much. Now that I kind of fixed my exposure, I can maybe show you a little bit better what I'm wearing today. This is a little sweatshirt from the Vintage Leopard. Vintage Leopard has an online boutique, and as you can imagine, nearly everything that they have on their site has some sort of leopard print in it. And I just really liked the fatigue version of this. It's nice and long. You could wear leggings if you wanted to. But today I have on some Riley Girl boutique, just cropped, easy pants, just because it's going to be a little bit warmer today. And my little ballet socks. I call them my ballet slipper socks that I love so much. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm sporting today for my Christmas wear. I just love getting up in the morning, coming in, seeing all the Christmas decorations. I'm going to miss it so much. Oh, no, don't talk about that. We've got lots of time. Don't think about it. But I just love coming in and seeing everything. All right, so I'm going to get my pajamas that I just showed you into the laundry, and my clothes that I wore yesterday into the laundry. So let me get this started. I really like using the Mrs.Meyer's Clean Day laundry soap. I prefer the lavender scent, and I like to use it just in my clothing. In my husband's clothing, I use Tide, and for most of the other things that I wash. But for my clothes, I really like the light scent that this gives. So let me get the washer started. I've already put my soap in, and we're gonna do it on cold permanent press. And here calendar that I put up every year. This is the December calendar, and I love the cardinals in it. It's just beautiful. So I'm gonna grab my wonderful Swig cup, and we're gonna go in here and look at what I got done yesterday with the Christmas tree. I think I have maybe one more thing to get my husband, but basically everything else is ready to go. All packages are wrapped. And I showed this yesterday, but I did not show the remaining of the gifts that I did for Suzanne and my husband. They're right here. Looks like a whole lot of gifts. It's really not. A lot of them are stocking stuffer type situations. So, yeah, those are done. Now, I'm going to leave out my materials because I'm not sure if Suzanne was needing to do something. I don't think we're going to have time this weekend, but I'll leave them out for... Because I am going to see my sister tomorrow. We're going to have a short sister's day, and I need to give her some things. And I can go pick that thing up that I'm thinking of getting my husband. It's at World Market, so maybe she'll go in there with me. If not, I can do it after we end our sister's day. But yeah, I need to leave these out one more day so that I can make sure that I'm getting everything done. All right, I'm going to show you a little game that we play. We change it up every year, but I'll show you kind of what we do when my sister and her daughter, my niece, and my niece's children, which would be my great nieces and my sister's granddaughters, when they come. Now, we don't get to spend Christmas with them. It's usually New Year's when they come, and we open packages on New Year's Eve. And sometimes they stay with us a couple of days. Sometimes they're busy and they have to go back home. But I'll show you what we play after we've opened packages and had dinner. And I saw this game on Facebook, and it's by a family. I cannot tell you their name, but everybody's probably seen it because it just runs through Facebook all the time. Anyway, they do different types of games with their family. And the one that they had this year that showed up on my feed was you get pairs of bows that are going to match, and you cover them up, of course, with cups. And I'm going to have to go get some red cups or green cups to be a little bit more festive than the blue. But anyway, you cover them all up, spread them over on the table, and you do a match game. And of course, if they make a match like so, then they can come over to the package pile and they can choose a little gift. And my gifts that I have out here are anything from money to candy to sometimes makeups type things, creams, lotions, fun things like Disney stuff, just, all sorts of stuff. And the packages, the way they're wrapped, you would have no idea what was in them. You might try to guess, but you probably wouldn't guess. So right now I have 25 packages, and of course I don't participate since I've done it, but there are going to be 5 girls who will participate. So right now with 25 packages, they're each going to get 5. And I would like to do 5 more if I can, but I've got to see if I can find something else to wrap and do. But it's really a lot of fun, and it's just, some of it's kind of junky items, but some of it is things that you would really want, and of course the money is fantastic. But I'm going to see how well I do, and that's going to determine if I can add a little bit more money to the packages. I would love to, because it's just fun when people get money. They're always so excited because then you can spend it for whatever you want. But that is the little game that we're going to play. And if they give me permission, which they're very private and have reason to be, we won't record. But if they're okay with it, maybe I can record the game and how it goes and how it works and everything when they come. So that is what I was up to yesterday, finishing up all of the wrapping. And it took a long all of time. These 25 little packages, and I didn't have to put ribbon on them, but I don't know. I did. But anyway, I needed to use up this old wrapping paper anyway. It wasn't my favorite. So, that took care of that without wasting it. And I just think the idea of using bows for different things. They even had a game that I saw where they were on a spinner board, and you would spin to the bow, and then the packages had that color of bow on them. So then you would match the color of the bow to the packages, and even that was fun. But I'm just going to try this one this way and play a match game and see how. I think for right now, since I've finished with all of that, It is almost 11 o'clock. I have a couple more hours before my husband comes home. I'm gonna run in and play the piano. I haven't played the piano yet this year, and I always like to play my Christmas music. I can't bring you along for that because it would get flagged for, copyright issues. I would love to play for you, but sorry, I can't. And I need to practice. I haven't played in quite a while. So after I play the piano, I'm going to come over here to my jewelry. I'm going to get finished with that. I have some ideas that I need to do, something for my sister. And then the rest of the day, we'll just see how it goes. I'm pretty well finished with my house type work. I've done the laundry. I've done my sheets. I wash every week. Yeah, and I don't need to Swiffer or anything, I don't think, until Friday. And of course, tomorrow I'll be gone most of the day. So that's what I'm up to today. And I told my husband I was not cooking today because I'll be gone tomorrow and we don't want leftovers. And then Suzanne's going to come home on Friday and we don't want leftovers because I need to do something fresh for when she comes, or she might bring something. So we're just going to pick up something here in town and probably for our supper, dinner, supper, however